Tonight marks 10 years since Ayla Reynolds was last seen, her disappearance sparking the largest investigation in our state's history. And while a decade has passed, her community, her family, and those seeking justice for the little girl haven't given up. They say time passes, changes, and even heals. But in this case, it's only created more questions. Ayla Reynolds went missing 10 years ago from this home in Waterville. She was staying there with her father, Justin DePietro, his girlfriend, and his sister. DePietro told police he put the 20-month-old to bed the night of December 16th, and the next morning, she was gone.
The focal point of the investigation, Ayla Reynolds.
Large-scale searches for Ayla.
Waterville Police Chief Joe Massey says it's a case that's haunted him for the last decade.
This is one of several that, you always say to yourself that you'd like to see it solved.
Overnight, he, a cop from a small city in Maine, found himself in the national spotlight.
It's very open. No conclusions at this point.
And it didn't take long for the massive search for Ayla to captivate the world.
The Ayla Reynolds case was the largest criminal investigation in the history of the state of Maine, and it had a significant impact.
But there's no one it impacted more than Ayla's mother.
This year just seems to be a lot harder for me than most years.
Trista Reynolds still feels the pain, the emptiness. She says the last Christmas season she spent with her daughter was here at the tree lighting in Portland. Now she has to get through yet another holiday without her little girl.
So every year I will stand out here and I will tell her story and I will tell my story, because maybe it could save the next one.
Now, while years have passed, one thing hasn't changed. Police still say they believe the people inside the home that night know more than they're saying.
We still feel that they do have more information that could help us.
At the Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit, Lieutenant Jeffrey Love says they're still looking for answers.
We've worked on this case diligently since day one.
They've gotten hundreds of tips over the years, including 30 this year alone. Back in 2011, a key piece of evidence was blood found in the basement of the home. Police say was in fact Ayla's. But none of this has been enough to close the case.
Every piece helps give us a picture of what took place. The blood obviously is an important piece of that. But we know at the end of the day, we only have one shot at this. And for us to take that step forward too early, it's not going to bring the closure that the family needs and deserves.
Ayla was legally declared dead by a judge in 2017. Not long after, Trista Reynolds filed a civil suit against Justin DePietro to try to hold him responsible for their daughter's death. And now, for the first time since Ayla vanished, he's set to be deposed in the case this week.
I think I have more faith this year in getting justice than I have any other year.
Because while time may not heal, it always catches up.
And I'm going to keep fighting and I'll keep sharing her story, because our story, Ayla's story and my story, will save someone someday. I know it will.
An attorney for Justin DePietro did not return our request for comments, but he has long maintained his client's innocence. According to court documents, DePietro is supposed to testify tomorrow. It will really be the first time he has to go on the record in the case.